Alright, so Tomahawk is a variation of Seminole within the Seminole concept, and it's just a slight variation. The only difference is that the routes from the inside receiver and the outside receiver to the play side are switched. So you can see the diagram here. This is right spread Tomahawk right, and what happens is now the inside receiver, the S in this case, is running the 10-yard post, and the Y, the outside receiver, is running the 10-yard dig. Nothing changes to the backside. We still have the drag coming under 5 yards from the Z, and we still have the comeback 12 back to 10 from the X in this case. So this is Tomahawk right. And again, quarterback thought process, if it's cover 3 like we've been seeing against our particular defense, we're thinking comeback first. If I don't like the comeback, then I need to find the flat defender to the play side. Actually, I apologize. What you probably want to do is see if you can hit the home run second. Not a bad idea. Against cover 3, it's probably not going to be there because this post is running right into the safety. And that's fine. I mean, if the safety happens to open that way when he sees your eyes go to the comeback and we can get behind the safety, then great. And that happened once in practice, I think. We hit the post on the inside, which is fine. But I'm just telling you, it's probably not going to be there. What is going to happen, though, especially against a single high safety, is that the post is going to clear the way for the dig to come behind. And that's kind of ideally what we're looking at there. So, thought process, comeback first. If you don't like the comeback, take a quick peek at the post. It's probably not going to be there. After that, you're trying to find the flat defender. Now, ideally, what's going to happen is because these routes are not as close together as they would be in Seminole, where the dig is coming from the inside, you have a little more time to make a decision, and there actually should be a bigger window to hit the dig. So if we put a defense out here, here's what it is going to look like. Let's say we're working against our defense. So here are the linebackers, the stack backers. Outside linebackers are now at like 7 yards, I think. So, and then here's a corner, and here's a corner, and here's a free safety. So as you can see, just based on what you're looking at, if the free safety does what he's supposed to do and reads properly, the post is not going to be there. What is going to happen though? So again, if you understand our defense, these guys are all dropping to holes, right? They're looking to collision receivers and they're looking to drop to holes. So this guy's a flat defender right here. He's actually going to try, once he sees the Z going to the other side, he should be calling to these guys in, and then his responsibility is to get out to the flat. And I think you've seen a couple of times when the comeback has not been there, it's mainly because this guy is getting underneath. This guy is a deep third player, so he's backpedaling. But quarterback, careful with this guy. If he screams out there right away, it's not there. Don't throw it there, okay? So then coming to the backside, this free safety should, he's a deep middle player. He should be taking the post away. This guy is kind of in conflict, the flat defender to the play side, because he is taught to run with any vertical release from the inside receiver. So if the inside receiver runs vertically, especially to 10 yards, this guy's trying to wall him off, and he's going to carry that route all the way up. And this, meanwhile, the corner is dropping to his third. So you can see there's a nice little window right here in between where the corner is going to drop and where the outside linebacker is carrying the vertical for us to hit the dig. Okay, and again, if you like it, throw it. Make sure it's on time. If he gets to the hash, it's going to be too late. But there is a nice little window to hit that in there. If it's not there, as long as your job is to not get collisioned. As long as you can make it through here without getting hit and getting knocked off your route, you're basically going to be wide open, and we're going to spit you out the other side, okay? Because especially in this, not necessarily in Seminole, but especially in Tomahawk, because this deeper route is more vertical, this outside linebacker who's supposed to be covering the flat has to honor this vertical threat first. So he's going to be late getting back to come underneath to try to cover the drag. So again, this can be a big play. We spit this ball out here, you catch it, and you get upfield if we don't like the dig. All right, that's what it looks like from right spread. And again, if we just flip it around, now it's left spread Tomahawk left. Same deal. Okay, so the play side is getting the dig on the outside, the post on the inside. The back side has the drag and a comeback. We can manipulate the formation. We can run this out of deuce, and then obviously we can run it either right or left. To the call side, to the right side or to the left side, whichever the call side is. That is the post dig combination. Backside is drag comeback. Alright, so hopefully that's just a short refresher. Tomahawk and Seminole, do not confuse the two, please. They are, very similar, but what we're trying to do is, like Seminole is probably a better play against a single high, and Tomahawk is a better play against a double high if we're trying to hit the post. But they are still both good plays against cover 3 because of that comeback being the first option. So this play we will be using a lot regardless of the coverage, and we can hit a variety of different receivers. Please be familiar with it. This is now in. I think I mentioned before our 7-on-7 next week. Be prepared to run all this stuff. That's why you should be studying now. Study over the weekend. In my opinion, I think I expressed my opinion last week, or I'm sorry, this week in practice, after practice, that we can't put you on the field if you don't know what you're doing. So the easiest way to get on the field doesn't have to do with your physical talent level. Everybody's physically talented to an extent. It has to do with what you can comprehend, what you can execute. The most talented guy will not be on the field if he does not know what to do. Alright? So study up, have a great weekend, get some rest. We'll see you next week.